Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, the official Dragon Ball Legends Twitter accounts have announced the next Zenkai unit, or at least a hint towards who it will be. So, the tweet says, new Zenkai Awakening coming soon. A certain Legends Limited character is finally getting a Zenkai Awakening. But who could it be? We'll be revealing who it is on our social media accounts tomorrow at 1400 UTC. Comment below with your predictions. Now, normally, people are pretty quick to, get to like who the Zenkai unit is, because they usually just post the background art, obviously not the character, right? But this one was so blatantly obvious that I'd be shocked if people didn't get it frame zero. So it is extremely obvious that the LF unit that is getting a Zenkai is going to be LF Universal Spirit Bomb Goku, the blue unit from, GT, because you can quite literally see the Spirit Bomb in the background for, the background art. So yeah, it's going to be him. Now, this can be a very good thing and a very bad thing. Like, it's weird because it mainly comes down to the element factor. Now, with this unit, he has endurance. So if you pair him on GT, you actually do have a way to make that team work. And the reason is because we have Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta got their brand new unique equipment, which is extremely good. It's an extremely good piece of equipment. So if you throw this unit onto that team, if this Zenkai is good, then that'll help out GT a bit, because of the fact that, one, they'll have two defensive mechanics, because Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta has endurance, and this, LF Spirit Bomb Goku, he also has endurance. So you have the means of being able to survive devastating attacks, which is a good thing. The downside is, one, Zenkais as of late have not been good. Let's just be honest. Zenkais as of late have not been good, so I'm worried that they're going to make this Zenkai bad. Like, a good example of that would be, literally, Cooler. Before Cooler, we had the Broly movie Frieza. He wasn't that good either. Now, if we get to Zenkai Final Form Frieza, like the Revival unit, that Zenkai, in my opinion, was good. But after that point, the next two Zenkais we got were not good, in my opinion. So I'm hoping that they don't do Goku like that, because really GT does need the buff. I mean, heck, LOE needed the buff, and we all saw how that turned out, but GT could really use this buff, and if they do get it, it could help out a lot. But again, Zenkais have not been the best as of late. But that's only one issue. The other issue comes down to this unit's element factor. Now, on paper, he's a blue unit, and you would think that that would be really good in this meta, because one of the strongest units in the game is a red unit, and it's to the point where he's shutting down one of the other strongest units in the game, which is Ultra Super Saiyan Goku, who's a yellow unit. And honestly, ever since we had that Vegeta release, I have not seen Super Vegeta that much in PvP anymore, so that's something else, I guess. But Vegeta is an extremely powerful red unit. But with this Goku, on one end, it could be good because he's a blue unit. So if they give him enough firepower, he may have the means of being able to keep Vegeta in check. The downside is he's a blue unit, and there is still one unit in the game who really doesn't have any counterplay to him whatsoever right now, and that's Ultra Full Power Frieza, because one, he's a green unit, so he will directly be able to counter this unit, and we all know how strong that unit is. Two, he has multiple means of being able to nullify endurance. And three, one of those means is practically a free hit. Obviously, his active gauge, Death Beam, and that Death Beam is one of the means that allows him to be able to nullify endurance if the gauge is full. So adding a very powerful Ultra unit, who so happens to be a green unit, that has multiple ways of nullifying endurance, and one of those methods is a free hit, that might be a massive problem for this Goku. Like, they would have to give him element neutrality on active gauge usage or something, right? Or I don't know, because like I said, on paper, I can see where this could be a beneficial thing, because he's a blue unit and one of the strongest units in the game is a red unit, so I get that. but the mixture of Zenkai's not being that good as of late, and then a very powerful green unit who can nullify endurance multiple times is a really, really bad combination for this unit. And again, that also stems on the fact that we just don't have that purple unit in the meta right now. Now, seeing that we have counterplay to Ultra Super Saiyan Goku, and I guess by extension, Ultra Super Vegito, we can start getting purple units and have it, you know, be relatively safe, right? Obviously, you still gotta be careful, but seeing that there's no counter to Frieza right now, it's really, really hard to try to use a blue unit in this current meta. Like, even bringing it back to like, I'll list 3 purple units off the top of my head, where one, I mean, if you get them going, they might be able to do something, but the others you quite literally just can't do anything with. So, the first one where it's like, okay, like if you're lucky, you might be able to do something with him, is the 7th anniversary part 1 Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta, right? So he has a purple unit. He has the means of being able to combo for a while, but his gauge takes too long to build up. Like, you have to build that unit up in order to start maximizing his potential. Frieza, I think you have to land like 1 or 2 arts cards and he's already gone. Like, he's Death Beam and then comboing, which also nullifies cover change. Like, you have the means of just being strong practically right off the bat with Frieza. Whereas with Vegeta, you gotta build up his strength. And not to mention, I believe Vegeta is not even in the featured boost anymore. So you really, really have to be cautious with using that unit. It takes too much time to actually like get him going, right? But I mean, if you are able to cook with him, sure. The other 2 units would be Tag Tien and Chaozu, which is just not happening. Let's be honest. Cool tag unit, very cool tag unit. Chaozu finally got a sparking unit, but that's not happening. And then the other unit would be Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But again, that unit's time in the spotlight is gone. It's completely gone. And not only that, that gauge that Gogeta has on paper, like, it is good, and in execution, it was fantastic. But Frieza has a way to get around that gauge, and it's Death Beam. So as long as Frieza has Death Beam charges, he can still deal damage against any unit with a unique gauge. Because, like, all Ultra Instinct Gokus will not be able to dodge it. You know, just as an example, Ultra Majin Vegeta, that unique gauge doesn't activate towards Death Beam. Again, Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, that unique gauge doesn't activate against Death Beam because it's an active gauge, using an active move against a unique gauge that only activates during strike arts, blast arts, special move, I believe special skill, and ultimate arts. That's it. That's the only time that gauge activates, and Frieza has a way to get around all that. So if he's able to, like, if Frieza has like max Death Beam charges, he can just spam that over and over and over and over again against Gogeta and deal damage. And again, I've seen it to the point where people who have Frieza can wipe out Gogeta. So it's something that you got to look out for. Like, if Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can't even survive against Frieza, then I'm very, very worried for a unit who has element factor disadvantage against Frieza. So that's gonna be interesting to see, like, how that's gonna play out. I hope that they really do give this unit the justice that he deserves. They got to power him up. They got to raise his defenses and, like, make him able to stand his own on a GT team or even just on a Saiyan team. So that way, even if he does get paired up against Ultra Full Power Frieza, he has a fighting chance. So that's my thoughts on it. But I do want to know what you guys thought about all of this in the comment section below. With that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.